You know what I'm saying? Okay. The water. Yeah, they picking up the sound from that, because even though I switched it, unless you restart it, it's not gonna switch over. So once you restart it, it should switch over. You know what I'm saying? If you restart it and it don't, then we ain't worry about it. But you know what I'm saying? Just let me know when the stream is back up. It should pop up. Okay. Oh, them camp videos out. Oh, see, we live. There we go. Yep, there we go. Smooth. Most High in Christ. Count, we two off. The water, brother. The water for that. But yeah, so the first thing you got to realize is that this is always dealing with the Israelites. Now keep reading where you at, brother. So read from the top, actually.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
O house of Israel. This is the Lord speaking to us, his chosen people, his children. Read.
Verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Do what?
Learn not the way of the heathen.
Now we read, this is bedrock, you know what I'm saying? This is milk, right? This is bedrock UPK scripture. But the reality of this, the water, brother, the water. The reality of this is that if you read this it seems so small, because all my brothers are here know, you go to somebody and say, you know you're not supposed to celebrate Christmas. What do they say? Give me some excuses. Go ahead, Doc. It's for, make sure your mic is on. But you good, right? Okay. You gotta give it a
One
second.
of the things that you hear the most is it's for the children.
It's for the children. It's for the babies. We just doing it for the babies. You understand? Right. You know what I'm saying? That's what you hear. What else you hear? What's some excuses you hear for Thanksgiving? I heard some foolishness recently. Pass the mic to Kawal. Young man, Trooper Kawal Salakia. Trooper Kawal. Yeah,
I've heard it a few times. Cats say, "Well, they're giving us off work anyway. We just eat with family."
Right. Yeah. I got like 15 days off this whole year, but this day off, I got to eat with the family. You know what I'm saying? I got to eat the nasty cranberry sauce and all of that. You know what I'm saying? They got an excuse for everything. Well, I seen one brother say, "Well, you know, I got to eat." You don't got to eat every day. Like this Thursday, you got to eat. What about yesterday? You know what I'm saying? They come up with all kinds of excuses. You understand? But read the verse you got from the top.
Verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Thus saith who?
The Lord.
No, just saith your friend.
The Lord.
Just saith your mama.
The Lord.
Just saith your grandmother.
The Lord.
I don't give a damn what any of them told you to do. The Lord said what?
Learn not the way of the heathen.
And that's why black people are destroyed in America today.
Right, that's right.
That's why. Because we continue to go against our Father, against the Most High, our power. We go against him and we learn the way of the heathen. Give me some examples of us learning the way of the heathen, right? What's some examples of that? Right now we're talking about holidays, and that's definitely a main one. But what else we got? Go ahead.
Okay, we have another holiday called the 4th of July.
Is your mic on?
My battery must be low. I might turn it off.
No sweat, not to switch it. There's no sweat.
The 4th of July, like we do fireworks on the 4th of July. That's the way of the heathen.
Right. See, try to where's it at? There's no sweat out.
Yeah, so that's
Smooth. Yeah, we do fireworks on the 4th of July, right? We do fireworks on the 4th of July. That's learning the way of the heathen. Where do we get it from? What does it have to do with us? And it's so common. And we grow up in America, and it's just, you know, it's just what we do. When you tell somebody you don't do it, they're like, what? How could that be? How is that possible? Right? Because it's been ingrained in us since slavery.
That's right.
Since slavery. Go watch some of those films, man. You know what I'm saying? Some of those films they put out, they like to slip in a little bit of the truth in there, or better yet, they like to slip in some real history and let you know what's going on. Go watch them. In 12 Years a Slave, there's a part, I don't know if it was a holiday, but the goddamn slave master made all the slaves get up and dance. I forgot. I think it might have been for a holiday, but he made them all get up and they was sleep. It was sleep, and he made them all get up and do some stupid, ridiculous dance just for his entertainment because he was drunk. You understand? But that's what they did. You know what I'm saying? It's no different than you ever see some devil, they put a goddamn Christmas sweater on a poodle. Like the dog need a coat. And they put a Christmas sweater on the poodle that with flashing lights, glow in the dark lights. Well, they used to do the same thing to us in slavery. They looked at us as less of a human being, like we wasn't even human. But it entertained them to say, oh, well, today's Christmas. So why don't you go ahead and put this on? Yeah, go ahead and do this little dance. And we adopted it. And we kept their traditions. Read on in the scripture, Hawk.
Learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Every single one of us knows somebody that said, what's your sign? Right. You a Scorpio, right? Oh, you know, I can't get along with them Scorpios. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no, you Sagittarius? Right. No, I used to date a Sagittarius. I don't like y'all. What do you, I don't know that nigga. So like, I'm not like him. What are you talking about? You understand? But we all know somebody that is dismayed at the stars and the signs of heaven. Read on.
For the heathen are dismayed at them.
Because the heathen is dismayed at them. What is this whole scripture talking about? What is it telling us? What is this scripture saying to blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians? It was saying it 2,000-3,000 years ago, and it's still saying it now in 2020. What is it saying? Go ahead, brother.
It's saying that the ways of the heathen are foolish.
Give him a hand, man. It's saying that everything these heathens and these devils believe in is garbage. Because to a black man and a black woman and a Hispanic woman, Native Indian woman, and so on, there's nothing better in this world than white culture. There's nothing better. The only thing we don't like from them is their food. Right. And even that's not true because we got to eat spaghetti and, you know what I'm saying, or Italian food we let slip, right? When we say they can't cook, we generally don't be talking about Italians, but you know what I'm saying? But the reality is what I'm saying is when it comes to their culture, we want to adopt it. Oh, they driving, Gucci? We'll take some of that Gucci. Right. We'll take some of that. Donna Karen, we'll take some of that. We'll take some of that Louis. What you got?
Smoking hookah.
We'll take smoking hookah. Who's got the? Oh, brother, throw out for that, man. And now, and you know what's funny? And now I see like smoking hookah has really, really taken over black and Hispanic culture. It's really like become like brothers and sisters don't want to go out if there's no hookah. Where's the hookah? That's right. You feel me? But I remember growing up in Queens, we got a street in Queens called Steinway, right? It's a very, it's like near Long Island City. It's a very popular street. And on Steinway is nothing but hookah bars. Nothing but hookah. And I remember back in the day going down that street, and the only people I was seeing there is old Elamites. Old Elamites and Arabs, and they would be in there sitting around with their toes out, with no shoes, with their legs crossed, smoking, talking about whatever the hell they talking about. It wouldn't be no brothers and sisters in there. Please. That's what you got out.
No, that's heavy you bring that out. 2012, I was in Afghanistan. Mm-hmm. Back streets and these crazy, nobody lives out there but them.
Right, of course.
And you pull up on a dude, he's outside. He's got his hookah out there.
Yeah.
Like you said, fat stomach, feet out.
Feet out.
Kids running all over the place in the middle of Afghanistan in the Kunar somewhere. Yeah. That is a culture.
Right.
They love hookah.
Right.
And they love to do drugs.
Come.
And, coca leaves and all that. Mm-hmm. And you're right about those hookah bars.
Come.
Every big city, especially back then, it was always, East Indians and Ishmael smoking hookah. Right. Now they got Negroes doing it.
Why? Because they can sell it to you. Go ahead, what you got, brother?
I remember when I first found out about hookah, I was in this restaurant up on Broadway,
right,
in Washington Heights, and like in the back of the restaurant, they had like a little area that was like set apart for hookah,
right.
And I saw these big, they had some elaborate hookah pipes, and I was like, "Oh, those niggas in there getting hot."
Right.
And they said, "Nah, they smoking hookah."
Yeah, what is that? Right, I remember, but now
I still don't know what it is. Really.
It's what is it really? It's like water vapor and something.
It's these oils, right?
Yeah.
And then when you burn the oil. The
right.
burns the oil and it makes a vapor.
Yeah.
And it has a flavor.
Right. Please, what you got, brother?
It's tobacco molasses.
Right.
Yeah, and they got the oil kind too.
Yeah.
But it's tobacco. Mm-hmm. It's tobacco on this little thing, and once you heat it up, it goes through the water like a bong.
Right.
And then you blow it out. And the people, it's like a bougier way of saying, I don't smoke cigarettes, I smoke hookah.
Right, because it's like about the flavor.
It is mad nicotine.
You got to say it like that, like the flavor.
And a cigarette lasts, I never smoked cigarettes, but a cigarette lasts a short time. A hookah lasts for hours.
Right, and you got to get the coals.
Facts.
And, you know what I mean? But that is now, black women, Hispanic women, brothers too, have adopted that. We've taken that and we've claimed it as ours to where now you go online and who you see smoking hookah? A bunch of sisters in some dirty club, some dirty bar with green hair and blue hair smoking hookah. And that's what we doing now when that was never our culture. Smoking anything has never been our culture. You look up the history of smoking, you're going to see what? Elamites, Moabites, Ammonites, opium dens, all those things. Weed is not our culture. It's never been our culture. You understand? The only thing that's, what's always been a black man's culture? Having a little bit of strong. That's always, you know how I know? Because you can look in the Bible and see brothers who was drinking strong all the way back then. You understand? And don't give me some crap about some foolish scholar will say, well, strong drink back then actually wasn't, what we call spirits today. Really what it was a concoction. That is nonsense. You know how much Noah drank? Noah drank so much that he was passed out and did ungodly things with his daughters. Now that was a sin. That was wrong. But we had alcohol like that back then.
That's right.
I'm telling you, back then you probably take a shot of some wine and be ooh-wee. You know what I'm saying? Everything was stronger and more potent back then. You understand? Things are even more diluted now. Now you got to have 3 shots of Henny. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm just saying. That's what it is. But we've adopted. Read it from the top again, brother. Read from verse 2.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Learn not the way of the heathen, man. Don't try to be like them. Read on.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Don't be dismayed at the signs of heaven, man. The heavens is just for you to read them to know what season it is. Right. Just so you can know what month we in. Just so you can navigate through the year. So you can know we got a feast day. We got a memorial, coming up Wednesday night, 9 p.m. right here, 2534 South Roxborough Street. You understand? You know what I'm saying? Hanukkah. Be there or be square. Right. You feel me? But that's all it's for. And nothing else. Read on.
For the heathen are dismayed at them.
The heathen are dismayed at the signs of heaven. You sit them here worried about what them goddamn horoscope says. Right. Like it means anything. Guess what? She's sitting up here talking about, I don't like y'all Sagittarius. Yeah, I can't deal with y'all Sagittarius. Well, lady, you've been with a Sagittarius, Aquarius, a Cancer. You've been with a goddamn Scorpio. You've been with a goddamn Gemini, and all of them were horrible. You done slept with all of them. Got a baby by every single one. Who's the worst? I don't know. Rank them. What are you talking about? Any more of that?
That's the end of 3.
Go ahead and read verse 3. Let's get into the meat of it, man.
For the customs of the people are vain.
For the customs of the people are what?
Vain.
They're important.
Vain.
No, we should follow them.
Vain.
It's all good, man. Just go follow them. We eat some Thanksgiving dinner.
Vain.
The customs of the people are vain. Who's this talking, man? This is God talking to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. This is God talking. And he said the customs of the people are vain. What does it mean to be vain?
It's like worthless. It's useless.
It's worthless. It's useless. It has no value. It is nothing. He said the customs of the people are nothing. Christmas is nothing. Thanksgiving is nothing. Valentine's Day is nothing. But guess what? We gonna go out there and we gonna celebrate it. You know what I'm saying? Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. Read on, brother.
For one cutteth a tree out of the forest.
Now, listen to this, man. Now, again, I want you to remember who wrote this Bible.
Israelites.
Niggas wrote this Bible, right? But you're right. Israelites wrote this Bible.
Same thing.
Right. Same thing. Niggas wrote this Bible. Now, I want you to imagine yourself explaining to somebody. You ever have to explain to somebody how ridiculous something is? You ever have to, like, you talking to somebody and you saying, like, look, listen, this is ridiculous. Let me explain how ridiculous this is. Right now, the prophet Jeremiah is about to explain to you how vain these holidays are and which holiday did he choose to show you how ridiculous it is. Right. Which one? Please.
It's a Christmas idol.
Right, he chose Christmas. Well, now, back then it wouldn't have been called that, but which shows you how old these customs are. You think Christmas is something to celebrate the birth of Christ. The birth. No, nah, nigga. Just what you think it is. Christmas is a holiday that was celebrated hundreds of years before Christ was even born. Think about that. Thanksgiving is something that was celebrated before Christ was born. You understand that? The facets, because all of these holidays are what we call are conglomerates. They're a bunch of things. It's a hodgepodge of garbage mixed together. Heathen filth. You understand? And so now the prophet Jeremiah is saying, the customs of the people are vain. Let me give you an example. Read on.
For one cutteth a tree out of the forest.
He said, brother, he said, man, these customs are crazy. They're nothing, man. Do you know that one cuts a tree out of the forest? Right. Go ahead.
The work of the hands of the workmen with an axe.
Brother, do you know that somebody cuts a tree out of a forest? That a brother with an axe, the work of the hands of the workmen, he goes and cuts a tree out of the forest with an axe. Go ahead.
Verse 4. They deck it with silver.
Brother. Then they put all kinds of ornaments on it. Right. They put silver and gold. They put silver and gold on it. Read.
And with gold, they fasten it with nails and with hammers that it move not.
He said, brother, think about this. They cut it out of the forest where it was already standing up. Right. Cut it down with an axe. Bring it somewhere else, deck it with silver and gold, and fasten it so it'll stand up again. Read on.
That it move not.
Right.
Verse 5. They are upright as the palm tree.
It's upright like a palm tree. It's standing straight up. Go ahead.
But speak not.
But it doesn't speak. They told you, brother, that the tree speaks. Because back then, of course, we know the history. We know the history of Nimrod, right? And Semiramis, Tammuz, and all of that. And we know that she was telling people that her son/husband, good night, that his spirit was in the tree and that he could talk and walk and move. And say, magically, the tree appeared. Right. It came of its own accord. You better give it some gifts. You better put something at the foot of that tree. Right. Read on.
They must needs be born.
The tree must needs be born. What does that mean? What does it mean that it must needs be born? Shalom, Adawan. Salaki, sir. Salaki, sir. Come. Can I read that?
They must needs be born.
They must needs be born. What does it mean, they must needs be born? Go ahead, brother.
That has to be, in order for it to move, somebody has to pick it up and carry it.
Right. It's telling you it must needs be born. Someone has to pick it up and carry it. It ain't special. It ain't got no magic powers. Right. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no person or none of that. It must needs be born. It got to be moved by people. Read on.
Because they cannot go.
Because they what?
Cannot go.
It can't move by itself. Read.
Be not afraid of them.
Don't be afraid of this goddamn tree, Ak. Right. Read.
For they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good.
They can't do evil, neither is it also in them to do good, man. Because none of these holidays have any meaning. You know what has meaning? The Feast of Hanukkah. Right. That has meaning. That has meaning. I can give you the history of Hanukkah that actually means something. Go look at the history of Christmas. It's right there on Google. Go look up Saturnalia. Go look it up, man. Go look up all of the origins of these false holidays, and you will find foolishness. and filth and orgies and pedophilia and rape and murder. That's what you will find when you go look up any of these false holidays. Go look up Hanukkah. Know what you're going to see? You're going to see a brother named Judas Maccabees. A brother named Judas Maccabees who decided after all of the oppression that he was going to fight against the people that were destroying his people. And we fought against an army. Them Greeks were in power, and it seemed impossible to defeat. And guess what? We defeated them. We defeated them. You understand? You can read about a woman and her 7 sons who took death. Brother, it's one of the most glorious stories in the Bible, man. And we read it every single year. We read it often, but we definitely read it for Hanukkah to remind our brothers and sisters, man. Don't let somebody tell you, oh man, women in the Bible, they seem to have a subservient role. And what's the role? What do the women do? I'll tell you what the women do. The women teach their sons to be men. That's what the women in the Bible do. The women in the Bible don't teach their sons to be bitches and sissies and to, you know what I'm saying? And to just what do they say? Salakia. They say to turn the other cheek. Right. You understand? Salakia. And with that, pass the class over to Priest and Captain Nayatha.
Let's get rocking. What's going on? We got chapter 1.
We was in Jeremiah chapter 1.
10 until we had 10 and 5.
10 and 5? Where you all going over? Christmas or something?
Yeah, I was to break down holidays.
Oh, man. All right. Come on. Go ahead. What I read it?
Actually, we did end 5. We're going to start at 6, or do you want me to do 5 again?
If you want to. Yeah, no problem.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs to be born.
So you all know what I'm talking about, right? Come say, what is it talking about? Come on, go ahead.
So-called talking about so-called Christmas. What we know is Christmas. Talking about the whole tradition of the putting a Christmas tree in your home.
But read that part over one more time.
Okay.
That verse is verse
They
5,
must
right?
need be born.
Right. Why is it saying it must needs be born? Come on.
Salakia, sir, because it needs to be moved by people. It got to be picked up and moved.
Why? Come on. You're right with what you're saying.
Come on.
Salakia, sir, because
there's a reason why.
The tree is dead. It's not alive, so it's got to be, taken care of. It's got to be tended to.
Why? Come on. You all on it, but how are you all hit at home? Come on.
Slacky, because it was during that time, because the tradition of, if you didn't put, presents or gifts, the tree was supposed to come kill you. So they're explaining here, like, nigga, ain't no tree killing you.
Right.
It needs to be born.
That's
so
it.
You look for,
That's it. And what you get from it also too is when they sing to the Christmas tree.
Right.
They sing to it like it's alive.
Come on.
Oh Christmas tree. They have tons of songs about the Christmas tree. Like if the Christmas tree, will come and tuck you in at night.
Right.
You know what I mean? Will come and chop you, as I say, chop your head off if you didn't bring no gifts and put under it. Right? But it wasn't the Christmas tree. It wasn't the tree. And that's what Jeremiah trying to get him to understand. Right? This tree has to be carried. Right? Read on.
Because they cannot go, be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good.
Right, just like what Koal was saying. Back then with Sir Ramesses, if you didn't bring that gift under that tree, your head will be what? Your head will be the ball hanging on the tree. You understand? Your head will be on that tree. You understand? So that will you see that. That's why in those you ever see those like ancient like war shows, right? Where they will impale someone, right? That impaling is for you to see
and understand if you don't conform, this is you right here.
Right.
You understand? So now you seen a head swinging on the tree. In your mind, it's like, man, either do it or, you know what I mean, that's my head right there.
Right.
You understand?
Come.
So you scared, right? Read on.
Verse 6. For as much as there is none like unto thee, O Lord, thou art great, and thy name is great in might.
Right. So he's saying what? Come on.
None of these other things is worthy of worship. Only you
Yes.
are worthy of worship.
And what again? You one worthy of fear, me fearing you.
That's right.
You understand?
Okay,
You's the
okay.
one who was supposed to give my fear to, my allegiance to. You know what I mean? And that will lead us into my topic with tonight, which is faith, basically. You understand? You all have any questions? Any questions online before I go on?
me check it,
Facebook? Anything? Come on, Yaniza.
I had a question about Ezekiel 39, the chapter.
With Magog.
Yeah, you know, then like when I was reading it, when he was using the analogy, I guess it's an analogy when he was using the animals. I was thinking of them in terms of being a nation,
Yes.
but I couldn't like just put it all together, you know.
All right, let's see if we could do it here now. Let's go to it. All right. So we all know that Magog, and Tubal, these are provinces of Russia, right? So these are your basically your scientists, I mean the smart ones. You understand? All right? You took your time.
Nothing on the YouTube, sir.
Okay.
Checking the
That's
Facebook.
Okay. So the verses that was giving me the most difficulty was verses 17 through 19.
So read 16 for me. So okay, but get it gist of it right from verse 1 to 16. The Lord is basically talking about the demise of these nations, Tabal, meaning that He's going to destroy them. He's going to utterly destroy them. All right, just like what it says in your dictionary, Bible dictionary. It says that what the white man or Esau is not going to be given any mercy from the Lord, none whatsoever. And he's the Lord through Ezekiel is letting us know how he's going to destroy Tubal and Teman and these men. Come on.
And if I may, sir, one of the verses saying that they're living, that part of these people are living in our land, and they are.
You
right
understand?
now.
Yes. And that's your so-called what Jewish man who is a mixture of what Russia, Poland, and all these Scandinavian or whatever people across there, the white people,
Like Eastern European.
Yes, Eastern European people across there. So go ahead, read verse 16.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 39, verse 16. And also the name of the city shall be Hamanah. Thus shall they cleanse the land.
Cleanse, you understand? Lord knows He knows how to be colorful with the language. You know what I mean? How do you cleanse the land the Lord was talking about? By getting rid of these heathens who oppress us.
That's right.
That's how they clean our land. You understand? You talk about global warming. You talk about making electric cars. No. Get rid of Esau. You're going to clean the land. You understand? Get rid of, of Ammon and all these nations that oppress you. You're going to clean this, You're going to clean this earth. All right? Read on.
Verse 17. And thou, son of man, thus saith the Lord, the Most High.
And just be understood, is the Lord saying this? This is not me.
Right.
This is not me telling you to go pick up a machete or a shotgun or an AK-47 and go, cleanse the earth. I'm not telling you to do that. This is the Lord saying He's explaining how it's going to be done. Read on.
Speak unto every feathered fowl and to every beast of the field.
Every feathered fowl, every heathen. You understand? Of the what? Of the field. The field what? Of this earth. Right? No, I have one right here. Two other. Come on.
And to assemble yourselves and come, gather yourselves on every side to my sacrifice.
To my what?
To my sacrifice.
So it sounds like the Lord is, you know what I mean? He fits into have, you know what I mean, what Esau be saying that the so-called the Aztec, the so-called Mexicans was doing, right? Human sacrifice. Right? Read on.
That I do sacrifice for you.
That I do what?
That I do sacrifice for you.
The Lord wants to do what? He wants to destroy these nations for who? For blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
That's right.
For those Mexicans on the border, the Lord wants to destroy America.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
For slavery, the Lord wants to destroy France, Russia, England. They want to He wants to destroy them. All right, read on.
Even a great sacrifice upon the mountains of Israel.
Not a small, but a great, a large one. The Lord want to make sure when he do this, it's recognized that he did it. You understand? He want nothing small, no small skirmish. He want blood on the ground. You mean he want Christ's vesture what? Dipped in blood. Drench. Right, read on.
That ye may eat flesh and drink blood.
May eat what?
Flesh and drink blood.
Vampires, right? Ooh, you know what I mean? I mean, Steven Spielberg. You know what I mean? So what does it mean? Wait, what is he trying to say? Come on.
That we're going to devour these nations?
How? You ever hear the term, you know what I mean, I make this, you know what I mean, we built America with blood, sweat, and tears? You understand? It's along that line. You understand? So read that part over one more time.
I do sacrifice you for you, even a great sacrifice upon the mountains of Israel, that ye may eat flesh and drink blood.
You understand? Like, he wants what? He wants us to rule over these nations. Just saying the white man to build America, he drink our blood ark. You know what I mean? He drink it. You know what I mean? He wring us dry to the point now where we don't even know who we are. We killing and shooting one another. You understand? Like, he fully destroy us. What the Lord wants is for these nations to be fully destroyed. That's what he wants. So read that part over one more time.
Even a great sacrifice upon the mountain of Israel, that ye may eat flesh and drink blood.
Read on.
Verse 18. Ye shall eat the flesh of the mighty and drink the blood of the princes of the earth.
Meaning what? You going to rule these people out. You understand? Prince Harry will be a gardener. Right. You're going to drink his blood. You're going to literally wring him dry. You'll be like, what? Who? Prince who? Man, go pick my cotton, please. Right. Go cut my sugar cane, Prince who? Yeah, right. You know what I mean? Queen Elizabeth. Right. That old wench. Right. She gonna be picking. She gonna be doing something. Yeah, right. She ain't gonna be in the house. I could tell you that. Right. And if she thinks she gonna just drop dead, she gonna get wake back up. Right. No, hold up. You ain't finished. You ain't finished. Right. Get up. Right. Get up. You're playing dead. Get up. You know what I mean? You got these floors to scrub. Right. I know you're done bending over already. The floor is right there, right where it needs to be. Get down on them knees. Right. You know what I mean? You give her a task and she's taking the whole day to do it. There's no problem. 1 square foot. Make sure you wring them dry. Right. You understand? You're going to eat the flesh and what? Drink the blood. It's almost, it's not almost, it's not similar to, but it's like when Christ told the disciples to do what? To drink his what? Blood and eat his what? Flesh. When it's not literal. Right? When Christ was telling the disciples that, he was telling them to live like how I live. You understand? Right. Like do what I do. Yes, suffer what I suffer, but don't, you know what I mean? They don't mean like what the Christian should say, where they go have some ritual where they turn some wafer into the body and some wine that we drink, you know what I mean? Every day into the so-called blood of Christ. No, this ain't, you know what I mean? This ain't vampirism, if you ever want to call it. However you want to call it. Come on.
That's heavy you bring that out because, you know, further that the Bible has a lot of metaphors and how we speak. And I remember Mike Tyson, the sicko, was fighting Lennox Lewis. He was like, I want to destroy him. He was like, I want to eat his children. I want to drink his blood. And everybody, white people was like, what is he talking about? And later on, he was like, I just want to destroy him.
That's all?
Yeah, like, I'm going to utterly beat him to death or destroy him. But the metaphor, how he was saying was so violent because we speak violent.
Yeah, and the Lord being colorful. He being full of, you imagine somebody say that to your opponent, say that to you. You're going to be like, oh... You're going to be like, you know what I mean? You're going to be you'll be, you know what I mean, wanting to invest in some adult diapers. Right. You know what I mean? You'll defecate wherever you stand. Oh, shucks. You know what I mean? Because you read some of these stories, the heathens will tell you when they heard of us coming, they tremble. They tremble when Israel was nigh unto the doorsteps. Because of what they heard, the reputation Israel have when they leave a nation, when they went to war with a nation, like we will literally, you know what I mean, like put, you know what I mean, everything to death. Right. You know what I mean. The white man, he was still trying to save a goat, a sheep. With us, everything in the city getting killed. Right. You know what I mean. Ain't nothing walking. A dog, cat. You name it, rabbits, everything getting what? Slaughtered. It's something to do is mental. You don't want to mess with these people because they'll wipe generations of you out, even down to your cattle. You know what I mean? Your bull might be, you know what I mean, Ferdinand the third lineage getting wiped out when Israel come. Wipe all the way out. You understand? So you don't want to mess with these people, right? So you get it to that, right? So it's not literal, but he just, you know what I mean, giving you a visual of the destruction that he's going to place on them. That's right. Yeah, for who? For us. All right? And a good one to go with that will be, I always forget it. It's in Exodus. I think it's Exodus 23 and 22. Get that for me? Let me see if I get it right here. Yeah, where you say I'll be an enemy unto your enemy.
Okay. The book of Exodus, chapter 23 and verse 22.
It says it there?
Come, sir. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies.
You understand? Read on. That's it?
It's like, no. And an adversary unto thine adversaries.
You understand? Like the Lord, he ain't ramping and, you know what I mean, he ain't playing. Right. You know what I mean? Like you are his people and he is going to make sure the earth knows that. That's right. He going to make sure the earth knows that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, they're not to be messed with. That's right. You know what I mean? Right now, you know what I mean, Esau having a field day at us. He's ringing, he's eating our flesh and literally drinking our, you know what I mean, like drinking our blood. Right. You know what I mean? To from the abortion clinics to the prison system. You know what I mean? They're killing us. To the schooling system. You know what I mean? They're destroying us. Look at what they're doing to the Native Indians. You know what I mean? You have them on reservation. You take the land, you take everything from them. And look at the state they're in right now. COVID, you know what I mean, ravishing them. And we hear nothing about our brothers and sisters. Then you have the so-called Mexicans. They in what do they call it? They in on the border. Right. You understand? In cages. So you can imagine what COVID doing to them. Come on.
You know, if I may, so I was watching this video. Well, it was on television actually, and they had went into one of the reservations out there, and the people on the reservation was trying to stop the outsiders coming in. Before.
Right, remember that?
Yeah, because of course the outsiders, because they're isolated, somebody had to bring COVID into them.
Yes.
So they were trying to stop the trucks and stuff from going through, but they weren't. They were told, even though it's their land, that they can't do that.
Yeah, because it ain't their land.
Yeah.
It ain't their land. Like really and truly. Come on. That's like, you know what I mean? Like you have a house and somebody put you in the basement. It ain't your house. You understand? It ain't your house. You the one renting now, right? It ain't yours. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? How we deal with, you know what I mean, everything on the whole, with disease on the whole, like we quarantine you outside the camp. You will not be allowed. You know what I mean? If we were in charge, COVID-19 would not have been spreading the way it's spreading like that. Because we would have been working with the Lord, we'd have wisdom. It would have spread amongst them heathens. You understand? Because they're filthy and disgusting. And the Lord would have done it to show them, shut your mouth. Right. Do what this nation tell you to do. And you know what I mean? And you'll be fine. You understand? Like we'd have wisdom to know how to do it. But the white man, he's still trying to conquer the earth with the Lord bringing a disease on the earth. You understand what I'm saying? Like he's still trying to fight it when there is no fight in the Lord. You can't fight the Lord. So why not just shut everything down? But that's the white man. He need his money. He need it. So you know what? We have to live with COVID. You know, I pray the Lord that, you know what I mean, Israelites, you know what I mean, be protected from it. You know what I mean? And let this just ravage their community. Maybe it's up to the Lord nonetheless. Right? Any more?
Mm-hmm. No, that's the other one.
That's it?
Count, sir.
All right. Any more questions?
Sir.
All right. Let's go to let's see if we could go to
Thank you for that, Adawan.
Yeah, Anwar. Go to Hebrews 11. All right, so we all know what faith is, right? So we're going to dive a little bit more in depth into it, right? Yanisa, what is faith?
The hope in things unseen.
And right in front of you, Hebrews 11.
Oh, God. Oh, okay. So out of the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
Right? Things hoped for and not seen. What do the Christian church, you ever look up faith online, the definition or anything like that? You ever look it up? What does it say? Look it up and tell me what it say. Look it up. What do Christian church say faith is? Come on.
I got the definition right here. It says, this is the dictionary, complete trust or confidence in someone or something. That's one. Two is strong belief in God or in the doctrines of a religion based on spiritual apprehension rather than proof.
Right. So now my question would be, what is faith according to the Bible? Because to them, faith is, you could have faith in what? In the American government. Right? You could have faith in what? In Roman Catholicism. You could have faith in being what? A Muslim. You could have, you know what I mean, these different type of faith. What is faith according to the Bible? You understand? Because Christians like to say what? They have what? A ton of faith. All right, come on.
Salaki, sir. Faith is works.
Faith is what?
Is work.
And what is works? Come on.
Work is your deeds, what you do.
Drive it all the way home. Do like what them Christians be doing. And Christians tell us straight off the bat. They have faith and they let you know where faith is, where you can get faith. Come on.
So like I said, faith is what we do in the ISUPK.
That's right.
Come on. Get that brother a hand. So if you're not in here, you could do whatever you're doing ain't what they call faith. Sad to say. You know what I mean? If you ain't in here, You know what I mean? You can say have all the faith in the world, you do not have jack squat.
Right.
You understand? Nothing. You gotta be where? In here. In the what? In the works. You gotta be doing the work. You understand? You come in here, you ain't coming here to what? Lollygag, you're on the streets, boots laced up. Come on.
Salaki said, if I may, what if a fake Israelite says, what you mean? Like, I go to camp just like you.
Right.
I teach classes just like you.
Just like, who says that? Just like you're Christian. I go to church every Sunday. Every Sunday I go to church. You understand? I praise the Lord. I say hallelujah. The blood of Jesus. This, that, the other. I got faith. You think if you meet Sam out there and what he gonna tell you? He gonna tell you he have more faith than me and you put together.
That's right.
But is that faith? Let's see what faith is. Read on.
Verse 2.
Uh-huh.
For by it the elders obtained a good report.
The elders. Who are the elders? Come on.
Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
That's it. You understand? They had a good report by it. You understand? They had faith. All right, read on.
Verse 3. Through faith, we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High.
You understand? These are precepts we use for what? For John 3:16. Right? And it's saying that through what? Through faith we what?
We understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High.
Right. Whatever world, the sea world, the new world, whatever world it is, it was framed by who?
The Most
High. Right? Read on.
So that things which are seen were made not, Salakia, let me read it. So that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear.
Right? Which do what? Appear.
Appear.
So faith is something in other words, you don't have to see it. You understand? Like some of us, you know what I mean, we have to see something to have faith in it. You understand? Like you hear plenty of people, you know what I mean, on the silence saying, you know what I mean, I'm a wait, I'm a hold up. Right. You know what I mean? What they were actually doing is what? Waiting for what? Some sign, something that they could see that the Lord is with what? With the UPK. But we know the Lord with the UPK without seeing what? Anything.
Right.
You understand? Though we see everything, we still what? Yeah, we do what we do because we know what? Now one day that sky is gonna crack. A black man with a big afro is gonna come out of the sky.
That's right.
To do what? To save blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indian.
Yeah, right.
To give us the kingdom of heaven. You understand? Read on.
Verse 4. Mm-hmm. By faith, Abel offered unto God a more excellent sacrifice than Cain.
You understand? By faith, Abel did it. Why? Come on.
Because it was the Lord.
Because the Lord wanted it that way. You understand? And he did it knowing that the Lord said, yo, sacrifice this animal. You understand? This is how to do it. And he did it with the hope that the Lord will do what? Read on.
By which he obtained witness that he was righteous.
Right. That he was what?
Righteous.
And how he obtained that witness that he was righteous? Come on.
Because he knew he was obedient to the Most High. Mm-hmm. And that with faith that let him know that he was.
But witness meaning what? Like if you are a witness, what that mean? You see something, right? What did you see? What did you read about pertaining to Cain and Abel? Come on.
Cain killed Abel.
Right.
But Abel made the correct sacrifice.
Right. And you saw it. When I say you saw it, meaning is recorded here. That Cain killed him. Why? Because Cain was jealous.
Right.
You understand? Like he did what he had to do. Meaning he did the correct sacrifice the Lord wanted him to do. And he did it by faith. You understand? He did it because what? Because the Lord said to do it. You understand? We don't eat pig because it's unhealthy. We don't eat pig because why? The Lord said not to do it. You understand? That's the reason why we don't eat pig. We don't go and read up on the white man's scientific studies and say, you know what? I mean, this meat here get worms, this, that, the other, and give you high blood pressure. No, we don't need all of that. We just read this right here, the Bible, and we saw that what the Lord says, don't eat this type of meat. We didn't eat it. You understand? Read on.
God testifying of his gifts, and by it he being dead yet speaketh.
Yet being dead what?
Yet speaketh.
Speaketh. Meaning what? Remember we went over this, right? The meaning what?
If I may, sir. Although he's not physically here, his deed speaks for his righteousness.
Right, and correct. So in other words, speaking for what? Justice. You know, we went over that, right? That justice. You understand? And the Lord looked down and saw, yo, this man was doing what he's supposed to do. But Cain came and what? Killed him. For what? Obeying the Lord? Right. Read on.
Verse 5. By faith, Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and was not found, because the Most High had translated him.
Right, so you all know about that, right? That Enoch went up what? In chariots, right? He was taken up. Right, read on.
Because God had translated him, for before his translation, he had this testimony that he pleased the Most High.
The Lord looked down and saw Enoch doing everything he told him to do. And said, you know what? I'm going to take you up. You ain't going to see death like everybody else. I'm going to take you up. Right? Read on.
Verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him.
Read that one more time.
But without faith, it is impossible to please him.
So a woman saying, you better not get any other woman. You understand? You see the baddest bro and she tell you, you know what? My man, his shift is, he work the third shift. You understand? And what you should do? You should be what? Sis. No. There should be no whores at the daughter of Israel. You understand? Like, you going to be the one to do what? You're going to be the one to please the Lord. Right. Just like who pleased the Lord? Enoch pleased the Lord. Just like Abel pleased the Lord. Right. You understand? These men pleased the Lord. And that showed that they had what? Faith. And they showed it by what? Read on. I want to give it.
For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
Right, a reward of him that diligently seek him. What does it mean to diligently seek him? What goes in line with faith? Come on.
As Stabawan said, is the work.
Yes. So that diligent in you seeking the Lord is you doing everything the Lord say to do. Right. So if you're outside of ISUPK, I know you ain't doing what the Lord say to do. I know you ain't doing it. Because if you believe in raping women, we do not, and that's against the Lord. If you believe a man should only have one woman, that's not even in the Bible. Right. You understand? You ain't doing what the Lord said to do. I know these things. You're not seeking the Lord. You think you're seeking the Lord, but you're actually seeking who? The white man. Right. Come on. Your oppressor. Come on.
So, like, if I may, along with that, so what if somebody say, like, you know what I'm saying? Because you got some of these fake Israelite groups that, you know what I'm saying, they damn near try to claim they won West. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they be like, nah, we got the same doctrine. Like, we believe the same thing. We don't believe in raping women. We don't believe in this. You know what I mean? We got the same doctrine as y'all. Joseph was, you know what I'm saying, Christ's father, yada, yada, yada. We got the same doctrine. We just don't feel like we need to come in your school.
Right. And now, pertaining to the Bible, right? Now, how many groups the Lord was dealing with, or a man the Lord was dealing with at a time?
One.
That's right. So who you following?
That's right. Damn right.
You understand? Who you following? You understand? You could claim that you're doing everything in the Bible, but who you following?
Right.
Right? There's plenty of stories of groups that claim there was followers of Christ, but it wasn't.
Right.
And Christ said what? Find that for me. Christ said, if they're not with us, they're not. I forget. I want to mess it up. Paraphrasing. Come on.
This what we're reading right here is a testament to what you just said. Because he's dealing with one man at a time, one person at a time.
Right. Very good. Good. You know what I mean? Good eyes. He dealt with who? With Adam, Enoch, Noah, and you're gonna read on. You're gonna read on. Come on.
The book of Matthew, chapter 12 and verse 30. He that is not with me is against me, and he that gathereth not with me.
He that what?
He that gathereth not with me.
He that gathereth not with me. Meaning what? You are in a different group.
Right.
You're not with Christ. You're not with the man who laid on what Christ said to do. You with another group. Read on.
And he that gathereth not with me scattereth abroad.
What?
Scattereth abroad.
You didn't have faith, brother.
That's right.
If you had faith, you would know that the UPK is one west.
Damn right.
And there could only be what?
Right.
One west. One. All right? That was it?
Concert.
All right, come on. Yanisa.
Verse 7. By faith, Noah, being warned of God of things not seen as yet, moved with fear.
Right. Meaning what? This in a nutshell here will make you understand actually what faith is actually, you know what I mean, actually. Read that one more time.
By faith, Noah, being warned of the Most High, of things not seen as yet.
What does that mean right there? Come on.
Let's just use it like Noah as like an example, because he was told what would happen, but he didn't have any evidence in front of him to say that it would happen.
Right.
He just followed what he was told.
Like your so-called meteorologist today. The white man scientist for the weather is meteorologist. Right. They will sit down and they will map out and they will tell you, okay, we're going to have what? A storm here, this here, hurricane coming, this, that, the other. Noah didn't have any of that, bro.
Right.
And Noah just had, do this. And in this time, this is going to happen. What Noah said, can.
That's right.
And he went. Come on.
So like, sir, when Noah was told that, what was he, or how was he told it? Like, was it in a dream, or, you know what I'm saying? Was it, what told him that, okay, that's not just me thinking that, like this is the Lord talking to me?
We might have to go to the story. I can't recall exactly how it was told to him.
Come on, Constant.
But we might have to go to the story. If you have time, you'll go to the story.
Come on, Constant.
All right? So just see if we can find it and we'll get to the story.
Okay.
Go ahead.
With fear, prepared an ark.
And with what?
With fear, prepared an ark.
Whatever you fear, what you're going to do? Whatever you fear in life, what are you going to do?
You're going to avoid it, right?
Well, yes, to a point. You thinking of fear of, like you fear, you're going to try to avoid it. Like that type of danger. I'm not talking about fear when it comes to like that type of danger. You understand? Because fear any Lord, I don't want to give you it. Come on, Iraq.
Obey it.
Yeah, you're going to obey. You understand? You go to church because you don't fear the Lord. guess who you fear? The oppressor.
Right.
That's who you fear. You don't fear the Lord. How I know you don't fear the Lord? Come on.
Because you don't do the law. You don't follow what he says.
Thank you. You got a big pork knuckles in your plate. A hoof in your plate.
Right.
Fitting to suck every juice, sinew off that bone. You understand? You got crab hand in your plate. I mean, a crab hand right here, sir, in your plate. You're waiting to suck the juice out of that crab hand. You understand? So you don't fear the Lord. You understand? The Lord tell us don't, you know what I mean? He left rules for us. You understand? The reason why you follow America's laws because you know America is going to do what with you if you disobey. They're going to lock you up and throw away the key. So you fear America laws. So you obey America laws. But when it comes to the Lord laws, now his laws are done away with.
Right.
So you don't fear the Lord. All right, read on.
Prepared an ark to the saving
You find it?
Awesome.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world.
Which he what?
Condemned the world.
Which he condemned the world. So whole way out. Go ahead, Tower 1.
Come.
Read where out.
Come. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 6 and verse 9. These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man and perfect in his generations.
Right? A just man. Meaning what? What's a just man? Come on.
Righteous.
What's a righteous man? Remember, this thing, I'm a 12-year-old you're talking to. You know what I mean? You said just. I'll be like, what is just?
Obedient.
What is obedient? Come on.
He does what the Most High says.
Yes. Or meaning, be specific. If you had to be specific, what?
Like he avoided evil. Like he's
Be specific.
Keeps the law.
Statutes and commandments.
Con,
All right.
con.
That's a just man. Right? That's how you know what I mean, decide what a just man. America decides what a just man is by the laws that he keeps. You understand? That's how they base or judge a just man. Right? Come on. Table 1.
Come, sir. And Noah walked with God. It's like Noah walked with the Most High. Verse 10.
And when you say Noah walk with the Most High, what does that mean? Come on.
Angel came in the stead of the Most High.
Yeah, but just think, come on.
That he did whatever he was told, and he walked in the ways of the Most High.
Yes, he walked with the Most High. Like wherever you see what's his name?
Noah.
Noah was doing what the Lord would have done.
Right.
You understand?
Kind.
He was doing everything justly. So if the Lord tell him to sacrifice this animal, he was doing what the Lord told him to do.
Right.
So he walked with the Lord. He did everything according to what? The Bible.
That's right.
All right, read on.
Okay. Verse 10. And Noah begat 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth.
All right.
Verse 11. The earth also was corrupt.
All right. So he begot what? Shem, Ham, and who? Japheth. And we come from who? Shem. Right? Ham is your so-called Africans, the one with the flies around the mouth and the eyes, and that be looking dusty. All right? Those, they are Ham. Right? We are not them. Right? You know what I mean? It's like here if I'm offending you, Ham, but you know what I mean? Turn the TV on. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So that's what I see.
Right.
Just like when you turn the TV on, my people look like robbers, like thieves. And you treat us like thieves.
Right.
That's right. When I turn the TV on, I see flies and dust.
That's right.
That's all I see.
Damn right.
All right, so, you know what I mean? You take that with the white man.
Come.
Come on.
Sluggy, sir. who would Japheth be? It's like who
Right.
exactly would that
So
be?
and Japheth is who? Come on.
Like the Hawaiians, the
Yes, yeah. What do they call them? Polynesian people.
Polynesian.
Yes.
They used to live in Europe.
Yes. Yes. So Japheth used to live in Europe until so-called Alexander the Great Father came down and they conquered the army. And then bit by bit drove the so-called Japhetic people to those Polynesian islands like the Philippines, the Hawaiians and them. Come on. Yes. Yes. So they'll be considered Japhetic. What do you mean? Nah, I ain't hip to that one. Come on.
I heard a brother, one of the older cats UPK said the Japhet is going to be the house nigga of the future because Africa's not coming in the house. White man ain't coming in the damn house, but the Hawaiians, Eskimo, they might be able to come in the house.
Yeah, because of what they did. You know what I mean? They weren't as cruel as these other nations were. You understand? Your oppressor, he was, he was cruel. But he and the so-called Arabs, they're almost on par with with how they treated us. Right. You understand? So read on.
Come on, sir. Verse 11. The earth also was corrupt before the Most High, and the earth was filled with violence. Verse 12. And the Most High looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt.
That's why it's so stupid to think that, like you look at today and think, oh, this place is so violent. The earth has always been what?
Sir. And the earth was filled with violence.
Always been filled with violence. You understand? And there's always been what? Someone to follow the Lord. That's right. You understand? What they say in Psalm? I reserve 7,000 men that will not bow their head to what? To Baal. That's right. You understand? Read on.
Come on, sir. And the Most High looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt. For all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth.
And you see how we talk, all flesh. So you would think all flesh includes who? Noah. Right. But that's not how, when we say all flesh, we mean what? The majority of people on the earth at that time was what? Was violent, and it was not doing what the Lord said to do. That's how we talk.
Damn right.
You understand? Read on.
Come on, verse 13. And the Most High said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them.
Right.
And behold, I will destroy them with the earth.
Right. So your question is, who's saying this to Noah right now?
Like if we were, you know what I'm saying, like not saying obviously not any of us, but a brother, how would we see that in today? Like, what would that look like? A brother having got this from the Most High, and he goes and builds this ark. And now he's telling everybody, the Most High spoke to me and told me to build the ark. Because if somebody come to me and be like, yo, hey, brother, the Most High spoke to me, and I'm building the ark right now, of course, I'm going to come to you. And be like, Salaki, sir.
Yeah, better.
You know what I'm saying?
And I understand what you're saying.
God.
Right, but look back then with Noah, right? The Lord was dealing with Noah.
Right.
And Noah knew the Lord was dealing with him based on what his forefathers said before him.
Right.
You understand? So Noah, no, it doesn't say whether it was in a dream.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the most I could say is that angel was speaking to him. And, running it down to him.
Sir.
You understand? Like, for him to, foresee the future.
Sir.
You understand? An angel, more than likely, was there telling him, yo, so and such is the case, do this. The Lord ain't happy with what's going on here, and he is going to destroy it. So do this. You give him that time to do it. Just go and do it. You understand? Come on.
So you saying that at one point Noah was supposed to recruit people like Lot was something to do in Sodom and Gomorrah?
No. What I'm saying is Noah, right? Before he knew the angel came to him, he was doing what the Lord told him to do. While there were people living violently, or living, we're just living like they're living today. Like you in the truth. But once you walk out that door, it's violence. You understand? And once you walk out that door, it's violence. Come on.
But I was referring to Dabawan saying that if a brother told him that the Lord told me to do this, that, and the third, as if, you know, it was to be seen by other people. It seemed like the Lord already made up his mind that he was going to destroy the flesh on the earth, so he didn't need to, I guess, confirm this message to anybody. So that's why I was asking about what, you know, if that was what you were saying. It was supposed to just be for Noah and his sons. He was given instruction, so he wasn't necessarily.
Okay, how it looked, it seemed like it's just for Noah, but the Lord ain't gonna sit here and talk to some dude that rolling a blunt up and smoking it and then selling it. You know what I mean? Like some dude smoking some blunt come and tell her the Lord told him this. You know what I mean? You'll be like, brother, do you smoke weed? Maybe you should start doing a little less. You know what I mean? Until you get to the point where you're doing none. The Lord spoke to Noah because he was just. I mean, that's why it's giving you, running it down. So now, being just, he was telling Noah to go do this. And what he was supposed to do, he was supposed to go tell the people. Right. He was supposed to go tell the people because he was what? Being just. It's like you trying to tell me to stop smoking weed, but your lips black, your fingernails black. Okay, when I say that, I mean you smoking. Right. You smoking weed, but you trying to tell me to stop smoking weed? Right. And it ain't gonna be a conflict. So now the Lord had to go get what? A just, a upright man. Tell him what the deal was, and now he go to the people. Right. So now when the Lord come, his hands is what? Clean from the killing. You understand? Because he sent a man who was just like him. The Bible say what? That Noah walked with the Most High. Right. So you think them evil bastards wasn't seeing that? Right. Them, they're seeing it. You think them evil bastards don't see what you all doing on the streets? They see it. Right. But it's not conforming with their lifestyle.
That's right.
So it ain't about, you know what I mean, it ain't about whether, you know what I mean, we got to go build this boat. It's about Negro. I need to find the longest blunt or the baddest, you know what I mean, fat behind hoe to go deal with. Right. You know what I mean? This is going to, you know what I mean, invade on my time. Right. You building this boat when I could just go in the strip club. Right. You know what I mean? And, you know what I mean? Do what I need to do. Make my money, do what I need to do.
Come.
You understand? Come on.
So like I said, so the situation with Noah, would it be similar to what eventually happened with Jonah and Nineveh?
Yes.
Where he warned the people and they actually listened.
Yes.
And switched up.
Yes.
And the Most High was like, all right, I'm not going to destroy it.
Yes. And Jonah said to the Lord, you know what? I ain't going to do it because you're going to make me look like a fool in front of these people. Because they're going to change and then they're going to be like, you see? You know what I mean? You see, like, you know what I mean? Why would I even go tell them? You know what I mean? And, you know what I mean, you don't do it. You know what I mean? That type of mentality. And the Lord had to, you know what I mean, show him, you know what I mean, yo, just do what I tell you to do, basically. Right. Come on. Mm-hmm.
That's heavy because it's the same thing like you go to camp. You go out there every week after week, don't celebrate Christmas, don't celebrate Thanksgiving. They going to do it anyway. And all the Negroes walking by, maybe 1, 2 get a flyer, and who follows up? So it's saying, you know, the times were the same then as they are now. Yeah. Niggas is just doing what they want to do. Regardless if he went out and spoke and said it's going to rain, niggas ain't listening to you. They'll listen to you now. Right. And with, you know, the Jonah, you know, like, yeah, you're right. He didn't want, well, from what I read, like he didn't want to sound like a false prophet because he knew the Most High was forgiving, loving and forgiving, and that he was being selfish. Right.
He didn't understand the merciful side of the Lord. You understand? Until the Lord took away that big pumpkin that was shading him from the sun. Then he understand. You know what? He understand what mercy was. Right. You know what I mean? And that's the Lord. We have a living power. You understand? We don't need to go strap bombs to ourselves and kill people, you know what I mean, to fight for our Lord. You know what I mean? Our Lord fight with COVID, with AIDS, with cancer. That's how he fights. You understand? You go up with your nice jet in the air and he send a flock of birds and take you down.
Right.
You know what I mean? Take you out of the sky. You understand? Like we don't fight like that. All right? So you good with that?
No, go, sir.
Okay. So now go back to Hebrews 11.
Time check, sir. 8:11.
Okay, Tawada.
Verse 8. No, Salaki, I didn't quite finish verse 7. And became heir of the righteousness. Salaki, and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith. Verse 8. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance, obeyed. And he went out, not knowing whither he went.
You understand? Like you're gonna be told to go places and you're gonna be like, why the hell am I going there? In your mind, you go. Nonetheless, you can be sent by the Lord. You know what I mean? You go. Right? Read on.
Verse 9. By faith he sojourned in the land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise.
Right? The heirs of him with the what?
The same promise.
The same promise. Right? Is Isaac, is Abraham, Isaac, and what? Jacob. You understand? That's the line. You check for the what? For the promise. Who's given the promises. Read on.
Verse 10. For he looked for a city which hath foundations, whose builders and maker is the Most High.
Skip to verse 17.
Verse 17. By faith, Abraham, when he was tried, offered up Isaac, and he that had received the promise offered up his only begotten son.
Right? And that's one of the precepts also to show that what?
Oh, no, I was going to ask a question.
Okay. Come on, ask a question first and then
because, like, I'm always been kind of concerned about the definition of begotten that they have in the world. Because it seemed like it means something a little bit different in the Bible.
What does begotten means? Put it into the Bible.
That's what I need to understand, Adawan.
What does begotten mean? Come on.
Salakia, you mean like the word begotten by itself or only begotten?
No, begotten in the Bible. What, like when it's used in the Bible, like this man begot this.
Oh, it just means like he's the father of this.
Yes, he's the father of. All right? So read it one more time.
By faith, Abraham, when he was tried, offered up Isaac, and he that had received the promise offered up his only begotten son.
His only what?
Begotten son.
Because who they like to say, who your so-called Arabs like to say, or your fruit of Islam like to say has the promise? Come on.
The Arabs through Muhammad.
Come on. Bible, Muhammad is, you know what I mean, a camel jockey. Come on.
It'll be Ishmael, Abraham.
Ishmael. But it say that what? Isaac was what?
Not the chosen one.
No. Oh. Read what I just said. What did it say about Isaac?
He was offered up.
Come on.
It calls him Abraham's only begotten son.
Only begotten son.
Khan. That's okay.
You understand?
Khan.
Ishmael was a what? A bastard. That's right. You understand? He was not of what you call him? Abraham. You understand? As in Galatians, I believe Galatians say what? He's a child of the flesh. Meaning, you know what I mean, just sex. That's it. Done and gone. And that's it. Shalom. You know what I mean? Pack your bags, you know what I mean? Take that, whatever you have there, and you know what I mean, roll. Come on.
Salaki, sir. So with that, that's also like I got that same question that the brother's kind of asking where it says only begotten because, because they call Christians always talk about Christ being the only begotten Son.
That's where I'm going with
of
it.
the Most High.
That's where I'm going with it.
Most High in
Kind of,
Christ.
sir. So are we all?
Where am I going with it? What's this a precept for? What we could use this as a precept for? Come on.
John 3:16.
No.
For the Immaculate Conception thing.
Because he just tied it in with what? Christ being the what? The only what?
Only begotten.
Only begotten Son. Come on.
The consistency of like the Most High choosing who the hell he wants, like Jacob and Esau. He chose Jacob, or maybe
No. Come on.
Can you ask the question again, Adawan?
Okay. What could we precept? What could we use to precept this with? Or what did we precept this? You know what I mean? Where it could go fit in our precepts. You just said what? Christ was the only begotten Son. Isaac was what? The only begotten Son. What could we precept that with? Come on. I should say what we could precept that with, but what
Topic.
yes. That's what I should say. What topic you can put this under or with?
Oh, Slakia.
Come on.
That Christ is not the Most High.
Well, that too. But I wait all the way. So this is meat. And you're gonna blow the valve off a Christian head. Smoke gonna be coming out of a Christian head because he will is not in his religion or his belief to him calculate that or him think about it. But in here, it's taught. Come on.
Salaki, sir. Could it go with the precept? Oh,
The topic.
I got you. It goes with the topic that Joseph was Christ's father. Because, shut up, Salaki.
I thought you had it there for, you know what I mean? Come on.
Yeah, because sex and pose and
It starts with an R.
with reincarnation.
Come on, man.
damn.
Yeah. Remember Christ. Christ was who? Christ was who? Adam. Isaac. Don't forget Melchizedek as their parents. Solomon. And then who?
Adam.
No, Christ. So Adam was the first one. Right? So 4 reincarnation, 1 appearance. Right? So you can use this to what? To precept it. That's why you were saying what? Christ was what? The only what? Begotten Son. It's a reason why it's saying that, you know what I mean, Isaac, the only what? Begotten Son. You understand what I'm saying? Isaac was what? Isaac is Christ. Christ is Isaac. All right? Come on.
Salaki, so my question, the reason why I said the part about Joseph is because I've seen people try to use Christ being the only begotten Son to show that, that proves that Mary didn't have sex because he's God's son. He's God's only begotten son. But with Isaac came about the exact same way that Ishmael did.
Right.
He had sex,
Right.
and he had a son. But Isaac is called his only begotten son because he's like
That's the Lord.
Right. That's the Lord. That's
The Lord choose Isaac. That's him. The Lord choose that man. You understand? Just like he choose who? Christ.
Right.
You understand? His only begotten Son. And that's why Christians will take it now and say what? That the Most High had sex with who? Mary. When that is not the case.
Right.
When he say only begotten Son, meaning what? This is the man.
Right.
This is the man you will have to follow now. Follow him. You understand? Right? Come on.
So let me get that straight. So the 5 appearances, the 4 appearances, and the 4 reincarnations, and 1 appearance. We know the 1 appearance is Melchizedek. We got Adam. We got Isaac, Solomon, and Christ.
Yes, as a 4. All right? Good? So now go on. Read on.
Verse 18, of whom it is said that in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
Right. So it's saying that because there's Ishmael, but in Isaac shall what? That's the people. That is who I'm choosing. You understand? Read on.
Verse 19, according that the Most High.
Accounting
That the Most High was able to raise him up even from the dead. Mm-hmm. From whence also he received him in a figure.
Right. Read on.
Verse 20, by faith Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau concerning things to come.
You understand? By faith he did what?
Blessed Jacob.
He blessed Jacob. You understand? Come on.
No, but like in that whole scene when Isaac is blessing Jacob, and then when Esau comes in, I understand better what was going on there, because Esau wanted a blessing that wasn't for him.
No, he sold his own, and plus with the prophecy. Remember when the mother went to the seer, that's why she said, let the sin be on her, because she already knew from when she went to the prophet, when not her, but what's his name? Isaac. You know what I mean? Went to the prophet. They told him, the elder shall serve the what? The younger. They told him that. But now Isaac in his old age, you know what I mean? Just trying, I ain't gonna say he forget, but it's almost like he's just doing what a father will do for his firstborn. You understand what I'm saying? But the mother, she's like, you know what? I want this one to get, you know what I mean? Jacob, you go put our goat skin on you. That's right. You know what I mean? Put our goat skin on you, walk in there. Man, that had to be a ton of hair. Good night, Esau. You know what I mean? Put that on and go get that blessing. You understand? And that was done by what? By faith. Right? Read on.
Jacob and Esau concerning things to come. Mm-hmm. Verse 21. By faith, Jacob, when he was a dying, blessed both the sons of Joseph and worshiped leaning upon the top of his staff.
All right. So you remember with when Jacob was dying, he blessed who?
Ephraim and Manasseh.
Yes, Ephraim and Manasseh. He gave Joseph. He's like, you know what? Joseph said, bless these two right here. Ephraim and who? Manasseh. Right? Read on.
And Manasseh was the firstborn.
Yes. And I think Jacob crossed his hands. Right? And he was like, yo, what you doing? He's the firstborn. And Jacob was like, nah. Leave my hand just like it is right here. And he did that. All right? Read on.
Therefore, verse 12, therefore sprang there even of one, and him as good as dead.
All right, we are?
Oh, Salakia. The water, brother. By faith, Joseph, when he died, made mention of the departing of the children of Israel, and gave commandment concerning his bones.
Right, where to bury him. Right, let me see if we can skip down to 27. No, give me 24.
Verse 24. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter.
You understand? Like Moses, you read about Moses. Moses, he was a bad brother, man. That's right. That Haitian brother, he was bad as can be. And he refused to be called what? An Egyptian, an African. Yep. Don't call me no African. I don't smell like them. I don't look like them. Right. You know what I mean? I don't look, you know what I mean? No, I don't look dusty. Ain't no flies around me. All right, read on.
Verse 25. Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
You understand? For what does that mean? Who you should think about when you read this verse right here? Come on.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Time.
I want to give it. Who want to take a shot at it? Go ahead. Who had a hand up? Somebody had a hand up?
So
Come on.
You on verse 26?
Yeah. No.
25.
25. Read it one more time.
Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
Come on.
It's like coming in a UPK, in a sense. Like, choosing to suffer affliction, like keeping the laws, like doing the things that you really don't want to do. Like, like you want to smoke weed, but the law says you can't. So that's affliction in a sense. Like, maybe no. I mean, it's
No,
like,
the reason why I laugh is I taking, okay, how you say, not smoking weed is an affliction.
Slocky, my bad, sir. My bad, sir. You're right. I didn't say afflict like that. I mean, like afflicting yourself. Like I was thinking about the scripture where Paul was saying, like, the thing I don't want to do, I do, type of thing.
Right.
Right.
But it's more so, just think this. Think the rich of us. Right? Think the rich of us. They're not going to come in here. What did Christ say about a rich man?
It's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to make it to the kingdom.
Let's try to put a camel through a needle. Let's see what's going to happen. You mean? That camel going to come out what? I'm good. I mean, like minced meat, right? It ain't going to be a camel again. It ain't going to be meat after. Right? But what we do know, what Christ is trying to explain, is difficult for a rich man to come in here. Right? And Moses chose not to, be up in a palace, but he chose to be what? Amongst his brethren. He chose that. Just like you brothers chose it. That's right. You understand? You choose to be amongst your brethren. You know what I mean? Oh, you could have been politicians. You know what I mean? Going and have careers in the military, in the police force. You all could have gone and do all these things. But you all choose to be down here with your brothers and sisters. You understand? And it's saying what? For sin, read that part where it say, than to enjoy the pleasures.
Choosing rather to suffer, verse 25, Salakia. Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people.
Right, so think affliction with the people, meaning these people were being what? Oppressed.
That's right.
You understand? And he chose to do what?
Be oppressed with them.
Yeah, oppressed with them. You understand? Read on.
Than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
Right, sin for a season, meaning just for a time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Just think you're rich, like your Creflo Dollar. It's just for a season. You know, they're going to enjoy that first season. They're going to enjoy the G5, the jets, be able to fly across the, you know what I mean, whatever they want to do. You know what I mean? Right. Drive Rolls Royces. They're going to enjoy these things for a season, just for a time. Right? Skip to verse 27.
Verse 27. By faith he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king, for he endured as seeing him who is invisible.
You understand? Like he forsook, meaning he turned his back on Egypt. He turned his back on Egypt. Right? Read on. I remember Egypt, just think America today.
Right.
You turn your back on America and, you know what I mean, and go somewhere. You know they were doing what? They're gonna send the who? The FBI's, the SEAL team to come and look for you.
Right.
You understand? Read on.
Verse 28. Through faith he kept the Passover and the sprinkling of blood, lest he that destroyed the firstborn should touch them.
Right. He didn't have to sprinkle the blood on the door. But guess what? If he didn't do it, what would have happened? Come on.
The firstborn would have still lived.
No, if he didn't do it. If he did not do it. If he didn't sprinkle the blood.
Our firstborn would have died.
Yes. You understand? But he did it because why? The Lord told him to do it. You understand? It ain't like Christians. Oh, I have faith. You're going to see. I want to give it. But read on.
Verse 29. By faith they passed through the Red Sea as by dry land, which the Egyptians, essaying to do, were drowned.
All right, read on.
Verse 30. By faith, the walls of Jericho fell down after they were compassed about 7 days.
You all remember the story of Jericho? It was marching around Jericho. All right? The most successful protest ever in black people history. That's right. You understand? Where we actually got something after all that marching. Right? Read on.
Verse 31. By the faith of the harlot Rahab perished not with them that believed not when she had received the spies with peace.
Right, so you all remember this? This was I believe this heathen woman, Rahab. She was a hoe, right? A harlot, right? And she hid 2 men of Israel, 2 spies of Israel on top of the roof, and she made a deal with them, saying, you know what, since I did this for you all, and I heard what you all did to the Japanese and the Chinese across there, I heard what you all did to them, and she was begging them not to do it to her. Like she had faith that, you know what I mean, that these people would what? They would conquer this place and then still what? Would have that mercy on her. Right? Read on.
Verse 32. And what shall I say, Salakia, and what shall I more say? For the time would fail me to tell of Gideon, and of Barak, and of Samson, and of Jephthah, of David also, and Samuel, and of the prophets.
You understand? So he running on the whole records of what? Of black men who had what? Faith. Who did everything based off of what? Faith. Right? Read on.
Verse 33. Who, through faith, subdued kingdoms, wrought righteousness, obtained promises, stopped the mouths of lions.
You understand? Like Daniel. Daniel in the lion's den, brother. That's a story for you right there. You understand? You think, you know what I mean, you in a what? Den with hungry lions are. Brother, me, I'm telling you, it would have been messy. I'm telling you, straight up and down. Daniel, you know what I mean, the Lord was with Daniel. You understand? He was with Daniel in them lions, in that lion's den. Read on.
Verse 34. Quench the violence of fire, escape the edge of the sword, out of weakness were made strong. Wax valiant in fight, turn to flight the armies of the aliens.
Right? Meaning what? Like we have these men what? On the run. Right? Read on.
Verse 35. Women received their dead raised to life again. And others were tortured, not accepting deliverance.
Right? And this is what? What is this speaking about? You remember the story in the Apocrypha with the woman with those 7 sons? All right, this is what it's speaking. This story is what it's speaking about here right now. You all right? Read on.
That they might obtain a better resurrection.
Right? Because it was like, what? I'm going to die. But I know what? I'm going to come back. You understand? You know what faith that take, Ak? You have that. You don't move mountains. Trust me. All right? Read on.
Verse 37. Salakia, verse 36. And others had trial of cruel mockings and scourgings. Yeah, moreover of bonds and imprisonment.
So meaning what? Some of us had to go through these things. You understand? Some of us went through what? Torment. Some of us will go through what? Torture. You know what I mean? Like we'll go through these things just because of what? Faith. You know what I mean? You hear stories of brothers having to hide in caves just to read the Bible. You understand? Read on. So meaning it's not always what? It's not always fun. It ain't gonna always be nice to have faith. You understand? There gonna be some things you're gonna be tried on. You understand? You're gonna have to go through a ton of, you know what I mean, basically have experience. Let's put it like that. You know what I mean? To run a city, to run, you know what I mean, to take over something, right? To be in charge. You understand? All these men like David. With David had to do what? Be on the run. He had to fight with men for his life. You understand? Before he was what? King. Moses had to do what? He had to be on the run. He had to flee. You understand? Abraham had to do what? Carry his son, his only son, to go sacrifice. Like there are things as men of the Lord, you're going to have to go through, and you're going to have to conquer it based on what? Faith. You understand? Read on.
Verse 38. No, it's verse 37. Salakia. Verse 37. They were stoned.
They were what?
Stoned.
Right, just like Stephen. He was what? Stoned. Read on.
They were sawn asunder. Were tempted. Were slain with the sword. They wandered about in sheepskins and goatskins, being destitute, afflicted, and tormented.
You understand? Read on.
Verse 38. Of whom the world was not worthy.
What is that saying? Come on.
That these men are so great, the world was not worthy of their efforts.
And don't think men alone. This nation, these blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, they don't deserve us on this. You know what I mean? They other nation do not deserve us. Do not. You know, compassionate we are after all the killing them done to us. We still go take care of the kids. We still forgive them. We still love, you know what I mean? We still try to deal with them right. You understand? They want us to come, you know what I mean, do certain things a certain way we do it. You understand? We don't buck. We might march, but it ain't like Arabs. We ain't doing, you know, we ain't strapping a bomb to your chest and running inside the Senate or some stuff like that. You understand? You ain't doing these things. You understand? You still trying to do what? You marching, which means you what? You begging for what? Love. You understand? Read on.
They wandered in deserts and in mountains and in dens and in caves of the earth.
You understand? Like what we doing today, we're on the borders. You understand? We need, you know what I mean? 2 million of us in what? In prison. You understand? Our women are aborting babies, you know what I mean, at an alarming rate, You understand? Like, read on.
Verse 39. And these all, having obtained a good report through faith, received not the promise.
Receive what?
Not the promise.
Who didn't receive the promise? Come on.
Moses.
Moses. And who again? The brothers and sisters who was what? In the wilderness with him. Yeah, who he brought out. They didn't receive the promise. Even though they had what? Faith. You understand? So what do? Do you stop there? No. Your work. Your work. Your work. Faith without work is what? Read on.
Verse 40. The Most High, having provided some better things for us, that they without us should not be made perfect.
What is that saying? Come on.
Oh, if it wasn't for us and what God provided for us, the world wouldn't be shit.
Excuse my brother language, but yes. You understand? Without us, this earth ain't S-H-I-T. You understand? Without us. You understand? Without us, it will never, ever be perfect. You understand? Because of us, you know what I mean, this earth has a chance to be what? Perfect. Right? So let's go to James. I'm trying to finish up in James. Okay. James, I believe 2. Let me see. 7. Listen. Start at 14. 2 and 14.
The book of James, chapter 2, verse 14. What doth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he hath faith?
Right, so like you what you were saying, right? Plenty of people say what? Yeah, I have faith. I got it. Read on.
And have not works.
And have what?
Not works.
No works. Read on.
Can faith save him?
Can what?
can faith save him?
Read on.
Verse 15. If a brother or sister be naked and destitute of daily food. Verse 16. And one of you say unto them, depart in peace, be ye warned and filled, notwithstanding ye give them not those things which are needful to the body. What doth?
Who known for doing this? Come on. Christians. You go to them hungry, naked, you know what I mean? On doors, you know what I mean, on that doorstep. And you tell them, you know what I mean, you've been with them for years. And you tell them, yo, I need my rent, later my rent. Waiting Crafted Dollar going to tell you. Have some faith. The money going to be there. You just have to have some faith, sister. You call this number, go call. He telling you to go call somebody else. He deflecting all your issues, all your problems on someone else. Maybe you need to go talk to a psychiatrist about this. You know what I mean? Somebody who studied this. You understand? Right, read on.
Verse 17. Even so, faith, if it hath not worked, is dead, being alone.
You understand? You can say you have faith how much ever you want. If you're not in the UPK and doing the work, how we saying? We say you're in the work, right? Right? You can only be in the work in the UPK. So if you want to have faith outside, read it one more time.
Verse 17. Even so, faith, if it hath not works, is dead.
Is dead.
Being alone.
Is dead. Meaning, what you say you have is not complete without what? The work. You understand? Read on.
Verse 18.
I know I can say what? Lord, statutes, and commandments, but guess what they're going to say? I do the Lord, statutes, and commandments. Right. I do it. Nah, that's why I say you're going to have to be where? In where? The UPK. That's under right. Command and journey in your hand.
That's right.
You understand? You're going to have to be in here to be doing the work. Read on.
Verse 18. Yea, a man may say, thou hast faith.
A man may what?
He may say, thou hast faith.
Read on.
And I have works.
Uh-huh.
Show me thy faith without works.
Show me your faith without works. Nigga, what you doing? Right. You need drawers on your computer doing what? Save the whales. Send. Black Lives Matter. Send. In your drawers behind your computer. No, Negro. Put your pants on. Right. Lace them boots up. Get an all black and come to the ICPK and learn.
That's right.
We're going to teach you. Read on.
And I will show thee my faith by my works.
And I will show you what?
My faith by my work.
Understand? You get up every day and you come to work, and what you don't expect. What people always expect when you tell them that you're working in UP, what they expect? They'll be like, what? So how much are paying you? What's the reward? Type, you know what I mean? That's the reward the Lord have is greater than what? That paper that you're going to get from the white man. That's right. Right? Read on.
Verse 19. Thou believest that there is one God. Thou doest well. The devil also believe and tremble.
You understand? Satan also what? Believe and what? Tremble.
And tremble.
All right, read on.
Verse 20. But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead?
So he going in and he explaining to you like, all this faith you say you have, where your works? What you doing? Oh, you beating tambourines? Oh, you know what I mean? You're singing what? Songs? Oh, that's what you're doing. Nah, Negro. There's a little more than that. All right, read on.
Verse 21. Was not Abraham our father justified by works when he had offered Isaac his son upon the altar?
Right, so you're just going into what we read before with Abraham. You understand? Right? He had faith by doing what? The Lord told him to do what? Go sacrifice his son. Guess what? He went to do it. He went to do it. Right? Skip me down to verse 25.
Verse 25. Likewise, also was not Rahab the harlot justified by works?
Right, this whole, getting called, call up for what she did, which is what? The work. You understand? Read on.
When she had received the messengers and had sent them out another way.
You understand? She received them, meaning she did what? She took them under the roof and what? Protected them from danger. And then did what? Let them back out and tell them, yo, you all better hurry. Go to the hills, chill. Because them, the pursuers, if they pick up with you, they're going to kill you all. Right? Read on.
Verse 26. For as the body without the spirit is dead.
So this body that you have, without this spirit, without the soul that the Lord gave you, without it, you're what?
Dead.
Dead. So when you see that brother or that sister laying in that box, their soul or their spirit went back where? To the Lord. The body is without the spirit. All right, read on.
So faith without works is dead also.
You understand? You got to be in here. You know what I mean? Have that faith to know that you got to be in the UPK and come and do this work. Come and put in this work, under Commander Jerry Yohana, so that we can help raise, our brothers and sisters and conquer this earth, man. And with that, I'm going to pass the class over to priest and officer, Maya.
ISUPK security announcements. We're the ISUPK. Start out on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew and is pronounced ma'ashera. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocations, of course, is a feast of dedication, right? Which will fall on the 9th, which is on Wednesday, right? Which will be, the location, of course, will be here. You know what I'm saying? Once again, if you want to bring anything or, you know what I'm saying, aid in any type of way, be sure to contact Officer Abraham to, you know what I'm saying, to make sure we get everything as organized as possible. You understand what I'm saying? The time that will start will be 7 p.m., right?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Get started at 7 p.m. to try to get here about Comic-Con. You know what I'm saying? Try to get here about, 6 o'clock, 6:30. You know what I'm saying? So we can get it organized, man, and, you know what I'm saying, and party like we do as Israelites. Just remind Akimi Akwati and to check the social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. You understand? Be sure to, you know what I'm saying, subscribe to that Black Watch. Commander General Yohana will be on shortly. You understand what I'm saying? Teaching and raising up Israel from the dead like always. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he has to start wearing all black, which includes boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf.